We're here with Jason Cirillo, Robotube Games, Gaijin Games, so many games. He's got 2 games here. He's got Destructomundo and Whoa Dave.
Whoa, Dave.
What is this all about? Tell me about Whoa Dave.
All right, I will. So Whoa Dave is a video game, and it is about a man named Dave who has big dreams, but he doesn't realize it. So it's kind of an old school arcade single screen platformer in the vein of such greats as Mario Brothers. It's got very clear, references to Mario Brothers in there that are not trying to hide. Basically, it's sort of like an old, classic, pure arcade game in the sense that high score is king. So really going after that high score, and you're basically just picking up stuff and throwing it. That is the object of the game.
Oh, those look like eggs.
They are eggs.
And they're skulls too.
There are skulls. So the skulls are bombs.
Whoa, so threat, but also potential weapon for the enemies who touch lava and then become even bigger jerks?
Yes, they get really weird, so they get super pissed off. They jump in the lava and then they blast out, and then they jump in again and blast out even harder, and then again, and they fly at you, and they turn into bats, and it's very weird. I don't know, like why.
Did you make this thing up?
Yeah.
And you just kind of went for it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about doing an kind of old school arcade game is that nothing has to make sense.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, well, if you're hiding in if you find a place to hide, well, I need something that's going to come after you no matter where you are. So I'm like, I guess that you could have an eyeball that's got wings like a bat that just chases you. I'm like, oh, that's good, yeah. So it's like, nothing needs to make sense, and that's the beauty of some of these old,
It brings me back to the days of Fast Eddie. Yeah. It brings me back to the days of like, what's a dig dug? Well, just dig in there. That's all you got to do.
Dig and it blows stuff up. It's like, and it was really gruesome too. You pumped them full of air and.
Sure. And in Whoa Dave, I'm throwing eggs at guys who might be burned by lava and then hate me even more. That's also gruesome.
The weird thing is that like you throw the eggs at the guys that hatch from the egg. It would be as if I went to a farm and picked up eggs and started throwing them at chickens. Or take a newborn baby and threw it at its mother, essentially, which would be even weirder. But yeah.
Yeah, the sequel, Whoa Dave 2, Throw Babies at Mothers. It's to me, I'll tell you a quick review of Whoa Dave. It feels like it's reclaiming the innocence of a time when people didn't know what was a marketable video game. They were like, we get to make video games? What do we even do? Yeah. Whoa Dave! Whoa
Dave, indeed. I mean, honestly, I just wanted to make a game that I wanted to play, and that's kind of where I started. I was like, it's going to be really wacky and weird, not make any sense, but I think this will be fun, and that's why I made it. So it's kind of a risk, it's a brand that we don't have any Whoa Dave games in a series of.
There's no established Whoa Dave type genre that's so hot right now.
Yeah, we say, oh, that's a roguelike, that's an FPS. No one's going, oh, that's a Whoa Dave.
Not yet.
That's right, not yet.
And that's how genres get started. Yeah, by just doing a new thing because you love it, and then if it catches on, great. If not, you loved it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it's all about, just having a good time. And
creepy Whoa Dave end screen. What happened?
So this is the mystery of Whoa Dave.
Yeah?
I'm leaving that open for interpretation. Yeah. It's like, I want to hear what people think. I want people to tell me what they think about what happens at the end, who Dave is, and what the story of Dave is. There is a little story there.
The instructions you have are simple. Play Whoa Dave. Try to interpret the ending and get back to Jason about the thing that happened.
Please. I kind of want to know myself.
I'm kidding.